try to give you an update and a better understanding about what's happening. You know, due to what I know. And we're going to jump right into it. And we just want to start by talking about Russia, Syria, and the U.S. Now, the thing that's going on with the U.S. and how they're trying to make things look is that most of us know that they created ISIS. And they have been funding ISIS since the time they have created it all the way up to today. The reason the U.S. created ISIS was to take out the Syrian government and take out the president of Syria, Assad. Okay? And they are only making it look like they're trying to fight ISIS, but really they are with ISIS. You know, they created ISIS, they're funding ISIS to go against the Syrian government and try to do their dirty work for them without making it look like they have no hand in it. When Russia comes into play, Russia is also fighting ISIS. But Russia is fighting ISIS for real, to protect the Syrian government. So that's the situation that's going on over there, and why it looks like both the U.S. and Russia are fighting ISIS. But really, America is not fighting ISIS. They're using ISIS to take out the Syrian government when Russia is actually trying to protect the Syrian government from ISIS. But Russia also knows that the U.S. created ISIS to do that. So they're not fooling them at all. And things are starting to really unfold over there. There's a lot of things that have taken place that a lot of people don't know about. Recent events that just took place. And it's all happening, coming up on this election. So you have to take these things into consideration. Now, what just happened within the last week and a half, which many don't know of, is that the U.S. military bombed the Syrian government. They didn't use ISIS to do it. They did it themselves. Now, in doing that, that was a ceasefire agreement that the U.S., Syria, and Russia made. So they broke that ceasefire agreement by doing that themselves. And in doing that, Russia has suspended bilateral talks with the U.S. So there's no more talking going on. It's suspended. And that's bad. And it's mighty funny that this all happening right here at election time. So exactly what's being pushed. Of course, we all know. So that has just happened recently that many do not know of. Okay? That's something to take seriously coming up on these elections. Because as prophecy states, when the U.S. goes into Syria on a full scale and invades, that's when the 10 kings come over here to take out the U.S. One of them being Russia. Russia is one of the major, players that comes into the U.S. to take it out. It's one of the major kingdoms. Another one is China. But odd enough, China has also joined the U.S. against America. If many of you haven't known that information, that has taken place. So China is now with Russia joined against America. Not only China, but North Korea within the last 2 weeks, I believe, could have been earlier, but also has another big thing that has happened or is happening, going to happen. Let's see, what's the day? Okay, where it's happening as I speak. The drills are going on right now in Russia. Russia is doing a drill. They're doing an exercise. 40 million participants, okay, of their citizens are doing a drill, an exercise of going into bunkers. 50,000 locations of bunkers. They are doing a drill through the 4th and the 7th of this month. 40 million people. Why would you be doing a drill that big? That means they are preparing for something. I didn't even know they made that many bunkers. But nevertheless, they have made 50,000 bunkers, 50,000 different locations that will hold 40 million people. And they're doing a drill this week through the 4th and the 7th. People, that's huge. That means something is about to take place. They're not going to be doing it for no reason. They're not. People don't, you don't do stuff like that for no reason. So they're preparing for something. They're preparing for something major. They are preparing for something major. These people are getting ready. That's a big problem. You have to take that into consideration. Now you see the stuff that's happening behind the scenes while you're getting distracted by everything else. Now, we have to pay attention to stuff like this and you'll know what's going on. Because most of us can feel it. It's in the air. We know something is about to take place. We don't know exactly what, but something is happening. Now, many of you know that I lean more towards the fact that Barack Obama is going to do a 3rd term by implementing martial law. Now, it could be if America get hit and that destruction come, it could be just for the simple fact, even if the war started, whether the destruction happened in the middle or at the end, but even if the war just starts, that's enough for Barack Obama to stay in the office. Or it can happen by way of another event that takes place in America on a major scale. Now, I could be wrong. I just said I lean more towards the fact that it's going to go down like that. Okay? Easily, Donald Trump can come into, office and, be the president for the next 4 years. But nevertheless, he's going to take you into that war. And you're going to have another 4 years of, major things happening and going on, because you're going to be seeing this war happening and taking place. And it's also going to be a worse time for our people of, being exterminated on a major level. So either way, you have to prepare for this situation that's coming about. Because like I said, most of us know something is going to happen, whether you think Barack Obama doing a 3rd term, or whether you think Donald Trump about to come into office, or even if you think it's going to be Hillary Clinton. It doesn't matter whether it's Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. The same thing would take place with either one of them. Okay? But something is going to take place. So a lot of people know I've been putting out a warning about how people getting ready. I don't know how it's going to unfold exactly. I just know what I lean towards more. But you need to be prepared in some type of way for either way it may go. And I just told people, get some simple things. I ain't say you got to go out and spend thousands of dollars on something that may or may not happen. I'm just saying, get you some food, get you some water. Make sure you get enough cash out the bank. If not, you can get all of it. I don't know, but get you some out. Because as the system go down, you're not going to be able to go in there and get no can take place on a major level to that extent, you still can use it. It ain't like it's going to go to waste. You just got water to drink, food to eat, put your money back in the bank if you wish to do so, however much you took out, use the gas, put it in your car as usual. I'm just saying you need to prepare and be ready for what's coming, It is very unwise to sit and to see the things that's going on and not do nothing. Because if something does take place right before election time or right at election time, you ain't got nothing. You're going to be a sitting duck. You ain't going to know what's going on. You ain't going to know what to do. You ain't going to have nothing in place. So you will be the one got. A lot of too many people ain't going to have the resources to help you out like that. So you need to be already putting something in place to help yourself out. Okay? And I'm going to be straight up honest with you. A lot of you know what's going on and you're looking for a way to get out and run. Hey, look, I'm going to cut it to you straight. You ain't got no time to run. Unless you can go and magically get you a passport, within the next month, get the money and move. Some of you, few of you may have it like that, but the majority of you ain't got no time to run to do anything. Okay? That means you have to start preparing, and you got a month or less to do it. Just on a minor scale. That's just to prepare, minor. Okay? I ain't saying you have to get all afraid and be balled up, but still need to get prepared. The Most High gave us enough sense to see what's going on and to prepare for hard times. So you need to start doing it now. Like I said, the majority of us can feel that something's going to take place. But just because you cannot pinpoint it straight on, don't mean you shouldn't prepare at all. Prepare for any scenario. Prepare for it, okay? So you don't get caught off guard completely. And you have something to make it a little easier on yourself. Because something coming. We can feel it. Most of us know our 400 years is at an end and it's almost time to go. Yeah, you got a second exodus, you got reparations, but it's going to happen when the Most High say it's going to happen. You should keep your eye out. You see me post things on Facebook, giving you updates, showing you what's happening, what they're saying about our reparations. I'm keeping y'all informed about what's going on, and you need to be informed. Do we supposed to be out of here before that hit? To my knowledge of what I read, yes. Before we're supposed to be out of here before it hits on a full scale. So that means the possibility, major possibility, that you want to see a lot of things take place. So, our time is between 2017, 2019. Most of you who've been on my page for a while know that I lean more towards sometime in 2017. There's a lot of Israelites that lean towards 2019, and with the leap year, 2020. But it's within that time frame. But however, before that happens, you need to be getting ready for the times before that. Okay? What you're going to be, some difficult times, and you just don't want to be caught off guard. A lot of stuff happening, man. Our reparations, all that is, it's on the table, all the way to the UN, and the UN, coming against America about our reparations, to let them know and tell them it's time to pay up. Of course, this all anything soon with it from now until 2019, 2020. Okay, it can happen in next month. It can happen 3 months, 6 months, 2 years. I don't know, but still, it's all soon. I mean, we don't got long. You know, even if you another 4 years under Donald Trump, it doesn't matter. You ain't got a long time. But it can seem like it's long. You ain't got anything during those times because you didn't prepare. So I always just say, get ready. Donald Trump can go into office. Some of you even lean with, Hillary Clinton, but it doesn't matter even between them two because that's still a setup. Whoever gets in the office between them two, if it goes down like that, it's still going to be the exact same thing. It's not going to differentiate, okay, from the agenda that they're pushing, to get done, to take over. It's going to go down the same way, the same agenda. Even with Barack Obama, the same agenda, okay? But you have to get ready for these things. It would be wise to. I mean, you ain't got to listen to me. You can do whatever and just sit there and lollygag. I mean, you ain't got to listen to nothing I say, but like I said before, something just pops off and you ain't ready, you're going to be the one hurt. And too many people going to be able to help you. Things going to be shut down. You won't even be able to get, call nobody on your phone. You won't be able to get on Facebook, YouTube, won't nobody there, at least for the first, 3 or 4 weeks, because if something like that just took off and took place and you had a mass destruction with those nations coming and hitting the U.S. hard, it's going to take out everything, okay? It's going to take out the grid, until they get things back rolling again. But of course, your new world order government is going to take advantage of that to take things over on a full scale and start implementing their order. But there's really no need to get all scared and balled up about the situations, because if you're with the Most High, He'll protect you during that time. But like I said before, He gave you enough sense to prepare and get ready. The Most High is going to do everything for you. You do your part, you do His part. That's how it goes. But I hope I gave you some more information. Like I said, if you didn't know about it, you know about it now. Those are some of the things that have taken place. And you can bet your tail that a lot more is going to take place within these next 4 weeks. And they are going to try to distract you. So you need to keep an eye out. And if I get a hold of any other information, I will let you know. And of course, if you find out some more information, put it out there so other people know about it. Just don't sit on the information.